Hey guys, Steven Martinez with The American Dream. I just want to say a big thanks to all our supporters and fans. It's because of you guys that we're able to keep growing. Having said that, please don't forget to follow and subscribe. It means a lot to us. That's what helps us keep growing. And also, I hope you guys enjoy the next episode. Hey guys, welcome back to The American Dream podcast. I'm here with another special guest, my boy KB.
What's up, man?
Flew all the way from Miami.
That's it, baby. Here for
Man,
you.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Well, here for the dream, the American dream. I know we met through our mutual friend Kaiser, and Kaiser spoke really well about you, by the way. And then I know you reached out with our event and all that good stuff, and you have a pretty crazy story. And I wanted to ask you more about the story, but I knew we were doing the podcast. I was like, I would just say it for the podcast. That way they're shocked and I'm shocked too.
But
you know, take us through that journey of KB. You know, growing up, everything.
Yeah. So before we start that, Kaiser. Amazing individual.
Yeah,
he's
good
my brother. I mean, I met him like 2 years ago on social media. Power of social media is unheard of. And you can look at girls' asses and look at cars and waste time, or you can make connections the way with Kaiser and I did with you ultimately, right? So shout out to Kaiser, amazing guy. So yes, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised Brooklyn, New York to immigrant parents, mom and dad from Pakistan. Dirt poor, came to Brooklyn, 1-bedroom apartment, decided this corner, and my dad decided to leave us at I was 5. He just walked out. Single mom, raised me. Grandmother moved in with us on welfare, food stamps. Brooklyn in the 80s, you're a young kid. I'm born in 82. 80s and 90s in Brooklyn, New York, the crime was the highest. Drugs, hoodlums all over the place. So being born and raised without a father, a male figure, was tough. Real tough. And so they got divorced. My mom raised me, and you know, life was what it was, right? When I turned 17, she got diagnosed with cancer. She was like 38, 39.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you know, and she came home one day and she's like, "Oh, I have cancer." 17 years old, Brooklyn, New York. You know, you're hitting puberty, testosterone's all over the place. You got girls, you got partying, and your life is something else. And now you get some bad news. So we decided to move in with my uncle in Miami, Florida. We left Brooklyn, New York, come to Miami, Florida. And you know, I was her only son, only child. I love my mom, very close to her, as most sons are. Me and Kaiser talk about, you know, love for a mom many times on our podcast and off podcast. So very close to her. And she came to South Florida with me, and for me to numb the pain, I started to party. So I started to make a lot of money. I got into loans in real estate, 21, 22, great money for back then. And Miami Beach, playground, you know what I mean? You got the most beautiful girls, right? Drugs are all over the place. And I started to numb the pain by partying and doing drugs. Fortunately, 2004 came and she lost her battle with cancer. So I lost my mom. I was 21, 22 years old. She was literally 44, 45. Wow. To put in perspective, I'm 43 right now. So like, it's kind of scary to put in perspective. She died pretty young.
You look really young, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's like your med spa. Shout out to my med spa. But dude, I lost her at a young age, and I started doing drugs, and to numb the pain even more. Percocets back then, pain pills were huge. And so I started to take one, another one, another one, another one. And I built a dependency on it. Same time, I met my girlfriend, my wife now, 20 years ago at an event. And we hit it off, and she was my saving grace. She came in my life. I was broken, I was lost. I was dealing with this pain pills situation. And she goes, listen, like, if you want to marry me, I'm going to med school. I have a bright future. I'm ambitious. You know, she also comes from a very working class family, both parents from Pakistan. So she's like, babe, I have a future. Like, you want to ride with me? Let's go together. Let's become a power couple. And then so she got me some good counseling and was there for me, my foundation. And I was able to get rid of that addiction and move on. So that's the earlier part of my developing, right? Went to undergrad, political science, got my MBA in marketing.
Nice.
And living life, man. I had a corporate job, traveling the world, you know, nice suits on, Miami Beach, Brickell, beautiful office, looking at Brickell downtown. And now, you know, first daughter is born, and again, started to deal with some demons. Some unresolved trauma. And man, I'm telling you something, they say that your subconscious mind is formed when you are a baby.
Yeah.
From 0 to 7.
Yeah.
Immigrant parents, right? For us, money growing up for our parents is not the same it is for, the Bidens in DC. It's not, right? They grown up, they see money, they have nice houses. I don't know how you were raised, but like blue collar, working class.
Yeah.
So the mindset for us either is be two ways. Either be like, fuck, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make it happen. Or be like, yeah, I'm not good enough. And I was part of that part, that not good enough, right? So that one part, dad divorced, dad just skipped on me. He just called me once a year. Missing father relationship, it's crucial. Patrick Bet-David, he did an amazing video recently, the importance of a father in a household. He said that X amount of people in jail, strip clubs, these women that we see in strip clubs and porn and doing OnlyFans, not to be, stereotypical, but a lot of them have daddy issues. Most men that are in jail, incarcerated, have issues with their father, a missing father. So you have a missing father with me. You had a mom got diagnosed when I was 17, that I lost when I was 22. Unhealed trauma, and it kept creeping up. And again, I was dealing with addictions on and off. 2017, Christmas morning, one baby on the way, and one running around. My wife was like, babe, it's Christmas, want to go see your family later? We're Muslim, but we do celebrate Christmas as family. She said, I have to go to the ER to work. She goes, I called a babysitter here from Venezuela. And Isa's gonna watch our daughter Isa. You go take a nap, do some work, do your thing. And Stephen, what a godsend Isa was. I don't know what she is now, God bless her. I went upstairs to take a nap early morning and at noontime, and I fell down. Boom. My whole right side just gave in completely.
Damn.
I grabbed my phone to call my wife, and I swear to you, bro, it's like gibberish. Just imagine a drunk guy calling his wife. She's like, babe, I'm at the hospital. I'm at work. What are you doing? I just got here. Everything okay? Yeah. I'm just gibberish. And she's like, oh, shit. And then Isa, I think called her and said, hey, Dr. Sama, he had the droop. So the sign of a stroke is a headache and a droop, and you lose function in either your right hand or left side. The brain works in that way, right?
Wow.
So ambulance came, they took me to the hospital. I remember my wife pulling up, and he called my best friend from him. He came from his house. They both pulled up same time. I see them like this, Stephen. I'm like confused who they were. I remember I have some memory, like a very cloggy memory. I remember I had to pee. I'm running around the hospital. They're calling a code, like code blue, stroke alert, and they're calling these big security guys to grab me. They think I'm just losing it. My wife's like, probably has to pee. I remember I had this story. She goes, do you have to pee? I go, yes. He gives me a bin. He goes, give him a bin. I'm peeing, and a nurse came from behind me and gives me a shot. And I turn around, and I'm just,
damn.
Do I wake up New Year's Day, Christmas morning to New Year's Day? Imagine, I have a ventilator in my mouth.
Like a week.
A week. 35 years old, right?
Damn.
Dude, one of my best friend, sitting right next to me. Shout out to Dr. Fawad Mohideen. He's sitting right next to me, and he looks around, and he goes, bro, you had a stroke. And I'm like, I'm confused. He goes, your baby Isa's okay, Simon's okay. You had a stroke, man. And I can't ever forget the fact that this best friend of mine dropped everything to be with me at the hospital. And I'm confused, and the doctor comes to me the next day, and they removed the ventilator. You could imagine, man, okay, so Mr. Bukhari, you had a stroke. Can you say a few words? I swear to you, Stephen, if you had $1 million on this table right now, stacked, Mr. KB, that's yours. Say the word buttercup. That's the word they told me. Say the word buttercup. I couldn't say it. Buttercup. How easy as that sounds. They said, Mr. Bukhari, can you move your feet, your toes, your hand, this right side? Nothing worked. And I could see the look on their face like, oh shit. And I saw him go to my wife in the corner. I'm hearing everything, and he goes, Dr. Saima, but they were colleagues, same hospital system. He goes, Dr. Saima, I don't think he's gonna be able to walk normally again or be functional. It's not looking so good. And I'm like, I'm hearing this, man. I'm like, wow. And it's like a bricks just falling on top of you. You have a baby on the way, you have one at home, you had this future plans of your life. I was executive director of marketing. I wanted to be a equity owner, so I was working towards that. I had, a corporate guy, and God had his plans.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And you sit there, you're like, what the hell's gonna happen? But something happened inside of me, man. Some voice inside of me was talking to me, and in the message I was getting that this is not it. This is not it. And I remember, man, Stephen, I swear to you, I get goosebumps thinking about it. So I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual. I believe in a higher power. I look up and I say to God, I go, God, if this is it, this is it. But I promise you, if you give me one more chance to be the best version of myself, to be the best version of myself as a better husband, better father, better friend, better anything, everything, and go out there and spread the message of inspiration, I promise you, I'm gonna do my best. And I guess that my prayer was heard. Dude, I went to rehab. Before that, like Stephen, imagine a 35-year-old grown-ass man sitting in the bed. When you have to go to the bathroom, you have to call someone to come. Like that was the most, you get humble so quickly.
Yeah.
You're functioning, bro. Like literally, Christmas Eve, you have plans. I had my cousin's wedding. We're dancing. We had a great time. We're having pictures together. And then a week later, your friends and family came to say goodbye to you. And now you wake up and you had a dilemma that you may not walk again and talk again. Provide for your family. So fast forward to go to rehab. And bro, I was determined. I was determined like nothing else before. I have to get through this. And I got my phone back. I'm going through self-development stuff. So I came across Patrick Bet-David and Milet, all these people we all look up to and for inspiration, spirituality, Islamic stuff. I'm Muslim, going back to my connection to God again. But man, it was tough. Rehab was tough, man. I mean, I had to learn how to walk on a cane, then slowly a wheelchair to a walker to a cane.
Damn.
Speech therapy, studying like this. Okay, now KB, imagine, hey KB, now you can say the word apple. Say the word apple. And you're going like a little kid. You're learning this stuff. The mental impact that it had on me, like, wow. God is good, man. God had other plans for me. I survived the stroke. Not only did I survive that stroke, by the way, not many people survive that.
Wow.
At that age, it's very rare to a 35-year-old to have a carotid artery. The artery everyone else has.
And what was the cause of that? Obviously the artery, but what led up to it?
No one knows.
Do you think it was just lifestyle, not taking
It
care
could
of
happen.
stress?
It could happen from car accidents. If you jerk your neck too fast, it could happen. People go to the chiropractors, they get their neck adjusted. I recommend not to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I do that not all the time.
Be careful.
I do it.
Have a good professional guy. Talk to him. When some people like blow dye their hair, I do my hair. Your neck sometimes, you could do your neck to a certain angle. I could do that to you.
Wow.
It could be multiple reasons. Sometimes it's genetic. And I did testing. They never found out what it was. I'm in rehab. And bro, the scenarios I had in front of me, I had this one kid. I was telling the story the other day. 22-year-old, good-looking kid, white kid, nice belt. Oh my God, Stephen, it broke my heart. I thought I had it bad. This kid was completely paralyzed. His father had an HVAC company. You could see this thing. My dad had HVAC, so I know HVAC world a little bit. And I'm like, man, Dad, there for supporting his son. I'm like, he's going through that, and I'm complaining about this, right? And bro, before you know it, I was able to learn how to walk again. Talk again. I had to move in with my in-laws. My wife was traumatized. She's about to give birth. She's gonna take off time from work. We have these huge hospital bills coming in. So we moved my in-laws. God bless my in-laws. I love them to death. Those two were my guardians. They're more like my parents and my in-laws. They gave me their master bedroom. His son, take your time healing. They helped me with my kids. And bro, so I go back to my job 2 months later. And shout out to my boy Alex. His company name is Azul tech company, South Florida. And he was paying me while I was in the hospital. He called my wife, I'm gonna keep helping you out.
Yeah.
But the time came, I went to see him and he goes, hey man, let's go for a walk. I'm like, wow, doesn't sound too good. And he goes, KB man, I waited for you and and I'm kind of worried about your health, man. Maybe this was too stressful for you. So we decided to move forward without you. See, when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
So now you don't even have income.
Now I have no income. And I'm like, he was a mentor of mine. His story is amazing. You should have him on here one day. And I'm like, Alex, I'm like your brother. Like, we started this company together. I started with them. It's his company, but I jumped on early on.
Yeah.
And his marketing guy, his branding guy, he goes, KB, I love you to death. And he said something to me. At that time, I wanted to punch him, but he was so right. He goes, KB, you're made for greatness. Something more than this. Like, this company, for you, your role here, you're done. You're done for it. There's so much more you can have to offer. I'm like, you're saying that I'm gonna sue you. And I was so bitter. I drove home, man, and I'm crying, bro. I'm crying. A grown-ass man crying, like, what happened to my life? I get home, my in-laws know, and they gave me a hug, and my wife's like, listen, let's sit down, let's talk about this. And bro, I'm going to do Zoom interviews. 6-figure jobs, amazing jobs. I'm bombing, bro. Speech is 100%. And it probably wasn't that bad as for you on the other side, but in my mind, the confidence is here. So I'm bombing these interviews left and right. No one's calling me back. What the fuck, what am I gonna do here?
Damn.
Dude, found self-development. Tony Robbins, the mind, how the mind works, subconscious, conscious mind, habits, the habits of the millionaires, habits of the people, the high achievers, high performers. Just dived into that stuff, man. My wife's like, listen, babe, you're good connecting people. You did real estate in the past. Just do real estate. Oh, I forgot to tell you. They told my wife, Dr. Tama, his brain won't function the same. He probably lost 10 to 50% of his brain.
Jeez.
So her hopes from me, my man, were not really high. So she goes, listen, babe. Like, look, I'm a doctor. I'll go back to work eventually. We'll make it work, right? I have to live with my in-law, with your parents. I'll live with my parents. Just go sell a house. Go knock on some doors. Get yourself busy again. Get your brain working again. And I go, okay, yeah, you're right. I go, you're okay with that, because we were part of this social circle with a lot of surgeons and doctors, and that's what Pakistani Indians do, right? Either we own 7-Elevens, or we own convenience stores, or we're doctors, right? And some entrepreneurs.
Nice.
And I'm like, man, like my friends gonna look at me as like a realtor. Oh my God, I have a degree, and for me, my ego, like a realtor below you. Anyway, I went to my exam, I passed it, and bro, before you know it, things started to work for me. I discovered the law of attraction. You familiar?
Yeah, of course.
What you put your mind to, what you visualize, what you pray about, and what you work about, with the work you put into, doors will open up eventually. God will work in mysterious ways. God will put people like yourself in front of me in my journey. Man, Stephen, I went from first month to 2 listings, knocking on people's doors, sharing my story. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Some people are like, some of my friends are like, man, this is kind of embarrassing. You want to share this with people? Like, you should just let it go. You should have passed. And I thought about it. I'm like, why, man? This me, it's who I am. I'm not going to hold on to it as resentment from God. No, it came and went. I learned a lot, but I'm going to share my story. Dude, and one of my buddies like, yo, you shouldn't do that, bro. The worst advice, bro. This story of mine has opened so many doors for me. I'll be speaking on stage in a few months, sharing this story, right? And dude, people say like, yeah, man, we'll give you a chance. Bro, 1 listing, 2 sales, 1 boom, boom, Robert Slack broker in South Florida, in Florida.
And how old were you when it started to kind of?
37.
Okay. It's like 6 years ago, 6, 7 years
6, 7 years ago.
Okay.
The speech is not 100%.
Well, it sounds great to me, man.
Now it is. Back then, I'm saying, after stroke. Knocking on the door. Hi, Steve, your house for sale. Nice to meet you. By the way, if I don't, some words don't come out the right way, I had a stroke 6 months ago. No problem, KB. You're speaking fine. You sounds good to me. No problem. Let's talk about your house. Bro, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Started killing it. My broker calls me. He goes, listen, we have an opportunity for Orlando. We have a team that we want you to take over as a team leader. 30 agents. Come do it. packed my stuff, man. My wife got a job in Orlando, and we have a house in South Florida. And so I'm like, let's go. Dude, my income went up 10x almost overnight.
Nice.
Team leader, and plus I got my own personal business I'm doing on the side.
Yep.
Dude, money started to come in, and that time, Steven, it was the time where like, fuck, you don't have to be a doctor to make 6 figures or a lawyer. That was my belief system that I had for a long time. I have to wait 10 years in corporate America to make good money. I'm like, fuck, dude. And in 9 months, I became team leader. My checks are way above 6 figures. I'm making doctor money. And I'm like, dude, this is not hard. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. You're a leader. You're a leader. You have to show up. You have hire, fire, train, market conditions, rebuttals, but it's doable.
Yeah, and then at that time too, I guess your train of thought is, I don't have too much time left because you just went through something so traumatic, so you know tomorrow's not promised. So why, like, you know, let's go all in on that.
So you said it. You nailed it. That became my model. And I say that when I do my small keynotes here and there, I always end up with that. Like, tomorrow's not promised, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So today counts. What are we doing today? Well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll lose the weight tomorrow. I'll start my program tomorrow. Right? Right? You know, me and you, we talked about the thing, we made a decision, boom, let's go. Right? And you have to do that. So to your point, tomorrow's not promised. So I have a time on myself, man. I have 2 babies now, bro.
Well, congrats on it.
Thank you so much, man. You know, yes, my wife is a professional physician, bro, but I'm a man. That's her job. That's her thing for her, right? And she helped me a lot, set up, right? Stroke time, she helped me get up. I had her. But as a man, I want to provide. I want to lead my family. You know what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely. It's crazy that just kind of hearing your story now. We filmed a ton of episodes so far. We've had different, you know, guests that have different stories. All have different, you know, tribulations. We had one who was homeless from being on the street and being addicted to drugs, and then now he's a multi-millionaire. One who was incarcerated, maximum security prison for 15 years. And I think a lot of people's journey is interesting, but when it comes to life, I think you take the cake, man.
Thank you, brother.
We have a good friend of mine. His name's Anthony, and he has a stuttering problem.
Okay.
And it was funny because I saw him in Vegas, and I guess I'm trying to kind of pair the two. But he was doing, last year he did 10 million, and he does door-to-door sales, but he stutters. So imagine doing door-to-door stuttering. So I kind of like, I kind of understand that too. Obviously, I've never been through what you're going through, but I try to kind of, you know, have some empathy and relate a little bit. My parents got divorced when I was young.
So you know the feeling.
Yeah, I know the feeling of that, working class, sacrificing everything for an opportunity. But take me through the mindset of that too. I want to touch base on a few things.
Please.
One is, and I think it's important because I also had a phase, and when I told you I went to Scottsdale, Arizona, I was 21, 22, a director of sales making 6 figures for the first time. I'm not sure if you've been to Scottsdale, but it's like a Miami version, right?
Very nice.
So I understand when you say, you know, getting lost, the partying, the women, the this, the that.
And the money coming in.
The money coming in, money I've never seen before, so I'm not used to it.
Good looking guy, people approaching you.
Yeah, so people are loving you. And then one of the reasons why, aside from the entrepreneurship and wanting to work for myself, was more, let me step back because this isn't aligned with my morals, my values, who I am as a person. I'm leaving. But take me through those dark moments, which I think you make it sound easy, but it's tough to get out of those moments because I still know people that are still stuck in those dark times. What did you really do to get out of that?
The dark time was a stroke time or the drug abuse?
The drug abuse first.
Oh, dude, that story. Yeah. I don't know. My wife's gonna be comfortable with me sharing this, but you know, I think it's time to be shared. It was tough, man. It's the painkillers and opiates. Anyone have done opiates, man? Biggest full disclaimer: do not touch opiates. People get root canals, they get back pain surgeries, and they back then, 20 years ago, it was a thing called a pill mill. These things were new on the market. Doctors didn't know how bad it was. Like, you came in, Steven, and you say, hey man, doctor, I have a back pain. Here you go, 150. 150 street value worth $30 per pill. So I met a buddy, this is going back to my 22 when my mom died. I met a buddy in my mortgage company. He goes, Elias, I hope that he's alive, I don't know. He goes, man, KB, you told me you have a back problem, you got an accident. Come with me, bro. I'm like, we can go to this doctor across the street, and I know him. We'll show you MRI. He'll give you a script. You go fill it. Give me some. take some for yourself, and go sell the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, one doctor, then you have 2 doctors, and 3 doctors, 4 doctors, 5, and you can go to multiple doctors and do this. I knew guys, personal friends, that were making back then in 2002, 3, 4, 5, 20 to 30K a month with this scam. Eventually, the government caught on. Now it's just more strict. Now there's a system. If you go to Walgreens, if you go here, Steven, what are you doing? No, you but back then it wasn't like that.
Got it.
Opiates, man. You take one, Percocets, like you graduate to Oxycontin. Then you come to a point where you're now not taking it orally, you're crushing it, you're snorting it. True story. I had a friend in my car, I dropped one of my pills, I'm going fucking nuts, dude. Like imagine you lost $1 million. Like it's like that.
Yeah,
I say, buddy, get the fuck out of my car. He's like, whoa, KB, what are you talking about? I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of my car. I lost my pill. And okay, he steps out, and bro, I undid the whole car, and I found it, and I'm sweating, and I'm like withdrawing.
Yeah.
Dude, it was the worst feeling in the world. It was so, I can't believe, I can't.
Like the withdrawal of it?
The withdrawal.
Okay, like I need it?
You need it. Because eventually you built a dependency to it.
Yeah.
So before it's a high. In the beginning it's a high, you enjoy, you feel like, like, oh my God, this is so cool, chill. But eventually your body needs it just to function. My job at that time, a loan officer at a mortgage company, my broker, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You come in, you're sweating, you're pale, you're coming late to work every day, you're always going to the bathroom, you're always scratching your nose. And I'm like, yeah, no, I have allergies. And thank God I was able to find a solution for that. A doctor who helped me come off of it. They give me another medicine to come off of it. And that was that. But I remember this one night, the next day I had to go to see the doctor, and the doctor said, hey, you have to be off that stuff 2 days so I can help you. Steven, I was renting a room for my friend. I'm throwing up, I'm running to the bathroom. I'm throwing up, I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm cold. I can't eat nothing. It was hell. I'm tossing, I'm turning. I'm itching, just like the movies, man.
That's crazy.
It was horrible.
Wow.
And people lost their lives, bro.
Yeah.
Adults, entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors lost their lives.
I know a few people that have lost their lives
personally,
from painkillers. Yep. One of my good friends, rest in peace. His name's Corbin. He was actually one of the first people that believed in my first event. He got 33 years old, stud, 6'2", 6'3".
Wow.
Smart guy, and I noticed he had a little bit of a substance abuse with that end. And he was the one that was like, man, I love what you're doing. I'm gonna believe in you. I'm all in, this and that. And he supported it. He gave me $25,000 to help build the vision. And then like over a year ago, I got the call from his former fiance, or widowed, and yeah, he passed away on overdose. Yeah, so I understand that.
So people lost so many close people, man.
So once you're kind of going, you're out of that stage, that dark moment, which congrats, by the way. I think that's overlooked at because people don't know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And I was never in that aspect of it, but for me it was, different stuff, the going out, the temptation, the women. But it started to become a codependency issue where it was like a kid eating candy, and the more I eat, the more my stomach gets bigger, the more I want. So, but then there was more internal stuff, more childhood stuff. Sure. That was, the deeper picture, and that I have to resolve as, my trajectory of becoming a better person. I need to look at myself. Okay, who am I? Who defines me? Is it because of this? Because of that? No, that's not. I am who I am, and if I want to get there, what do I need to do to become that person? So moving forward there, and then obviously now you have the stroke, which is crazy, by the way. How was your mindset? Because we started talking about mindset. Before we talk about your wife too, because I know that's a very big factor, but you can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped, right? So your mindset, how was that overcoming the stroke? Where were you? I
was a victim. Why me?
You were the victim?
In the beginning.
Okay.
What the fuck's happened to me?
Yeah.
I didn't deserve it. And then, dude, a lot of emotions. When I say I felt like a loser, like I felt like a loser. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, a month after the stroke, and tossing, turning, wake my wife up. Say, babe, what happened? You okay? I'm like, I'm just a fucking loser. I'm just breaking down. Like, I'm good for nothing. I have no value for you. You should leave me now. I'm like, just leave me. Like I had nothing I can provide you anymore. And by the way, we've been together now, as of right now, 2025, we've been together for 20 years.
Wow.
Your event where I'm speaking at is my anniversary.
No way, 20-year anniversary or 21?
20-year anniversary.
Nice.
So we'll be cutting a cake at your event.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
do it, yeah.
And like, dude, I was like, so she's been with me, bro, from the jump. And I'm like, I let you down. So the mindset was so weak, so abused, victimhood mentality, all on me. But the self-development and the connection to God helped come out of that.
And then when you got out of that, throughout everything in general, how important was having a strong partner through it all?
Oh, crucial.
Do you think you'd still be here if she wasn't here?
That's the question I get asked quite a bit.
Yeah.
My family likes to rub that in my face quite a bit, that you are what you are because of her. Yeah. My friends, sometimes it gets a little bit irritating, like give me some credit, right?
Yeah, I did it too.
Like, you know, I did it too, right? But yeah, you know, her guidance and her I'm getting a little emotional, but her being my rock right next to me, man.
Tough times, dark moments.
Dude, I mean, she's a beautiful girl. You'll see her. She's a physician. She's beautiful. Her parents are together. She didn't have the issue that I had.
Wow.
You know.
You found something really beautiful, man, because I think nowadays, at least speaking for my generation, you know, women or people will be with you during the good times, but then you really find out who is who during those bad times. Yeah. So you're really lucky and blessed to have a partner that was with you in the lows and the highs. Now she's enjoying everything with the family. So
she definitely is.
That's awesome, man. I had another question actually. So when you're speaking about, you know, what's going on in your life with the life obstacles, right? And then you're thinking, man, like this could be an excuse, this could be an excuse, this could be an excuse. And then people nowadays are very victim-minded, I would say, where, you know, we're always trying to find the easy way out or make an excuse. What do you do, or what do you tell yourself to be like, man, fuck that, like, I'm not making excuses. Like, you have every right to make excuses. Yeah. You have no job, you got a stroke, you had a substance abuse problem, life wasn't going your way. You could have easily been there. That's like the easiest way for you to actually, hey buddy, keep going there. You bounce back. Like, what were you telling yourself to not make excuses? My
mom, rest in peace, Khurram Bukhari, she lived her life for me. Her legacy, bro, I couldn't waste it. Wow. I'm starting her foundation, Khurram Bukhari Foundation. I'll be working on making schools in her name and honor to help people in the struggling countries, the lower economic countries out there, build some schools and foundations to help, especially women. So, sidetrack, come back onto your question. My mom, number one. Dude, this lady was on. I remember, Stephen, I have a very clear memory. We're on line outside in Queens or Manhattan to get food stamps. It's snowing. She's holding my hand. I can tell she's fucking scared, you know, and she couldn't give up, and she has to raise me. So these memories just come back all the time for me, like black flashbacks. So number one, my mom, right? Number two, my wife. Again, Saima, she invested. Her parents didn't like me at first, bro. I don't blame them, right? Like my pre-med daughter is gonna marry this guy who doesn't have a high school degree. He had a high school diploma, but had no degree. And then they said, okay, fine, go marry him. And they bought into it. Now they love me. Now my mother-in-law is my biggest supporter. She's like, good luck in the podcast today. But you know, so it's them. My mom's brothers put so much time into me and to help me get to where. So all these people put in so much time and effort and money. If you think about that, right? Yeah. And look, lastly, bro, listen. Yeah. I always had big dreams. I didn't believe in myself. A different topic, but I had big dreams. So besides my wife, my in-laws, my uncles, my mom, my kids, my babies, how about me? And so it comes back to me. What do I want to leave the world be known as? And that was what helped me keep on track. That's powerful, man. Thank you. I love that. It's crazy. You know, usually like when I do most sessions, I'm not really left speechless. Yeah. But I'm really left speechless because I can only imagine, you know, what life took you through those obstacles. So you mentioned obviously your family being a big role, your wife and your mom. Now with what you're doing, what's kind of like the 5 to 10 year plan with your goals? Yeah, good question, my friend. A lot, man. First and foremost, Stroke of Success podcast, media company. I'm working on that. We talked about that. I have over 70 guests so far. Kaiser, my boy, was on it. I love his interview. It was one of the best interviews ever. I had Andy Elliott on it. I'm talking to Brett. Nice. Yeah, we did virtual. Okay. His team called me. I've been talking to him for a little bit. You ever met Andy?
Yeah, I have. I went to his headquarters in Fountainville, in Scottsdale.
Awesome guy. Talked to Patrick David right now about it. Patrick gave me a little challenge. You have to do X amount of videos and X amount of subs before I come on your podcast. Patrick's been my mentor for a long time.
So wow, you know him personally. That's awesome.
We have talked one-on-one. He has an app called Manek. So if you could pay for it, talk to him, and does he know me by first name? I don't know, but but we have talked, and we have come across each other. So Stroke of Success, that's a vision behind that. I want to make that into a mastermind. I was talking to you off camera. I want to make a mastermind with that. I want that to be a company where maybe I do a series with Netflix or Amazon, where I go and I spend a week with Steven, and the day is Steven, entrepreneur, and see his media company behind the scene. And I want to do a full 360 behind entrepreneur's journey and do that content for my audience, right? So that's one part. So I'm very excited for that, right? Not more important, but the bigger part of my life, my dedication, my focus right now is the med spa. So 2 reasons. Single mom, out of shape, had no money. There was no place back then for her to go get weight loss, take care of herself. Maybe she did those things, Steven. She would have been around right now. Because my mom had a lump in her breast. She ignored it for a year. Oh, wow. She was ignorant. She was like, oh, nothing. She said, if I go, maybe they get bad news. If I don't go, there'll be no bad news. My dad's divorce left my mom broken. If there was a med spa, type of med spa we have right now for her, she can come in and do payment plans. She would have been alive right now. So that was a big inspiration for me. Number 2, after the stroke, my wife gave birth. I'm out of shape. I'm like, babe, the med spas around here in Miami, they're all like, duck lips and big booties, and maybe we'll open our own med spa, like a family place, right? So that men and women can come and feel comfortable and get the proper care, bring their kids in. And my mother-in-law, God bless her, she's like right behind me, like, yeah, open a med spa, both of you. So that idea is brewing over years. Yeah. Fast forward, we're in Orlando, real estate took off, my wife's a successful doctor. I'm like, babe, let's work together. The real estate, I'm not retiring from it. I'm kind of put on the side. I have a book of business. I deal with them. I have a team. Let's go conquer something together. We opened the med spa. We came with the name Noor, N-U-R. And Noor in Arabic means the inner light, inner beauty. We opened one location about a year and a few months ago. It's been a hit. Knock on wood. All glory to God. The plan now is to multiply and open multiple locations across the U.S.
How important is health now? I assume with everything that's gone in your life, if anyone, the good thing is too, I've noticed there's a big shift now for entrepreneurship focusing more on health.
100%.
In your opinion, how important is health? Why should someone take care of themselves?
Dude, entrepreneur, you're young right now. Yeah. God bless you, and you have a bright future. I would say continue with your health now. Yeah. Don't wait to, when at your age, I was not as healthy. After the stroke, I work out. I have trainers. Yes, my weight goes up and down. I have a little belly right now, and I'm going to lose it for your event coming 2 months. I have a trainer. I'm cutting my diet down, but I do boxing. Boxing not only helps me with my mental aspect of life, but also post-stroke therapy. Boxing is amazing.
Really,
hand-eye coordination. It helps a lot. So after the stroke, health became a priority. Number 1. Number 2, to your point, entrepreneurs are getting into wellness. One thing is to get Botox and get your hair done and weight loss, but the wellness, my friend, NAD is the highest thing in the market right now. The shot we can give you, if you come to Noor Med Spa, as an entrepreneur, it can help you recover your muscles faster, it can reverse aging, and your cognitive mental game will be on point. Listen, you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. We make decisions left and right. If we're not processing in the right way, we're tired, we're hungover, I'm just in a bad day, I don't have coffee. Imagine now, well, hey, Steven, let's do an event in Miami together. You're like, okay, 1 second. KB, you know what? It's not a good idea. Steven, did you process it the right way? I know what I'm doing. For that reason, wellness is huge for entrepreneurs. and for myself also.
Aside from the NAD, what do you recommend would be like top 3 things someone could do to keep their health peak?
Yeah, like water.
Drink consistent hydrations.
I was in a hospital recently for dehydration. I had 3 days. I was in there. You know, this is my best friend now, and people don't understand the importance of water, right?
Or IVs too, right?
We offer IV, so we do IV in our med spa. So IV, NAD is really important. All the vitamin shots are really important, right? Look, weight loss. You're in good shape. You don't need it. But a lot of entrepreneurs are overweight. Yes, you must go to the gym, have a trainer, have a good nutritional plan, but the weight loss can help with the mental part of it. It does wonders, man. It's been proven the weight loss medicine that we're offering, that the med spas are offering, they're helping with addictions, with alcohol.
Really?
Yes. The science behind it, I'm not 100% on it, but I'm sure if we can go Google it right now.
Yeah.
There's a big study that is saying that it's impacting. People are picking the bottle less. And by the way, the alcohol companies are hating it.
I bet.
They're hating it. What the hell? So they're seeing a big decrease in their business.
That's interesting. I know we're running a little over time now, but man, I could keep talking to you for hours. Honestly, there's so many beautiful stories there. For anyone watching, any young entrepreneur, someone aspiring to be an entrepreneur, what's your closing remarks, your closing statement to tell them?
Listen, man, number one, find your running mate, your life partner, the right girl or guy. You know, Patrick Bedave talks about this book him and his wife did. I didn't do that book. I met Patrick much later, but it's a great book. He talks about it, and I'll give you the name later. Have these questions of, you want to have kids? I want this. You're Republican or you're liberal? You want religion? What do you believe in? Christianity, Catholic, Islam, Hindu, Judaism? And these questions are so crucial that we fall in lust with the opposite, whatever your thing is, and you fall in love, and you know, and your physical attraction, and then you say, I want to get married to this person. Get that homework done first. Your life partner, man, makes everything. Number one. Number two, have a goal, have a vision, have a plan, and have it in detail. Vic Tippett, shout out to Vic Tippett, is one of my mentors. I met with him in Mastermind a few months ago, and we were talking back and forth. He goes, KB, you have a great plan, but brother, I need you to be detailed. Detailed. With the house you want to have, what color is the floor? What street? What city? That you want to fly private? What jet? You want to lease it? You want to buy it? So have that stuff out there, number two. And number three, man, connection to a higher power, something bigger than us, right? And with that being said, higher power, law of attraction works, man. I'm telling you, it works if you do it the right way. Self-talk. With information you feed your mind.
Yeah. Power of words.
Power of words, man. Man, appreciate you, brother.
What a podcast,
there you go, man.
That's crazy. Speechless.
How we do, guys?
That was phenomenal. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.